Good morning. Happy Monday. I thought maybe I would start today with sharing what took place on Friday, which was interesting. That you can see here the Dow gapped up and rose, then went kind of flat and closed at the high of the day above 50,000. That is a first all-time high, up 2.47%. That's amazing. The NASDAQ up, swings, rose, flat, flat, little pullback, flat, flat, and then rose right at the end of the day. And the S&P looks quite similar, not quite as high a percent move, up, flat for much of the day, and then rose a little bit at the end. And the Russell was the highest percent mover, up, flat, rose a little, flat, 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 and then a little bump right at the end of the day. So that was amazing because much of last week was down. There was swings up and down, but much of the week was bearish until Friday. And then it inched up to all-time highs. So I'm going to click this off and look to see what has happened today. And you can see that the Dow opened down, dropped lower, and then, oops, we don't need that, then rose, come on, rose and has pulled back just a little bit. It's up 65 points. The NASDAQ started negative, bearish, rose, went flat, rose a little bit, and now is real close to the high of the day. The S&P, very similar, started down, rose, went flat, up close to the high of the day. And the Russell, the same, dropped lower, stayed down a little bit before it started really rising, and then went up, and it isn't quite the highest percent mover today, but very close. The NASDAQ is up a smidge more. Now they're the same. So again, this is inching up. They're all moving toward being at the highs of the day. The Dow, which had dropped below the 50,000, was down here, 49.9, is now back above and above again, very close to the all-time high. You can look at the carpet here and see that it is kind of a combination of red and green. That earlier this morning this was much redder, and just these that are green were more like they were black, just not bright green like they are now. So we will have to see how the day plays out, and if it continues to inch toward all-time highs. One of the last times last week when we chatted, I think this was the chart we looked at. This was the Dow monthly chart. And so when we scroll over here, we can see that this is the Channel Commodity Index, CCI. And you can see that it has a rising green fin here. That, yes, it was pulling back a little bit there, then it started heading up, and it has been heading up now the last couple months. So here we are on the 9th of the month, so we're a third of the way, not quite a third, but close to a third. Little, not quite the half, but anyway. So we're up 1,200 points, we're up 2.56%. And this is rising, showing that we are bullish. We scroll down a little bit here, can see that this is where it is inching up to all-time highs. EMAs are in uptrending order. Come down here. And this is one of the things that we've talked about in the past. And so it's interesting that, yes, the PPO is to the upside. That says bullish. That means we use this lower ADX here. We are in the strength stage. This green line is on top of the red line, and it is above the black line. And this is rising strength line. But for the last few times we've looked at this and we commented about it, you can look. These little blue blocks here finally rose above. You can see it climbed up, finally rose above the zero line. And then the next 4 little weeks here, or months, were flat. Same size. Well, this month, the little blue block is bigger. There is more energy, more strength, more spirit behind the move. This was like bunk, 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 nothing, just zero. Look here, this is like what is normal. It rises. Well, it sure didn't here. It was just, come on. And that part of that was the fact that 1 week would be up, 1 week would be down. Days would be up, then the days would be down. It just flat. And so now we are finally rising. You can even see on the black line here that it has a little bit more oomph, where this line that was rising, but it was just kind of, I don't know, going, just rising, but just kind of flat. Now is hooking up a little bit more and a little more strength into the move that is heading up. So this is predicting that maybe we're going to have a little bit stronger overall move, that perhaps some of the things with the tariffs are settling and so on, that we're in earnings season, but maybe it isn't anticipating that things are going to be bearish, based on what has happened in the past. So this is encouraging and is suggesting that, maybe things are really, really going to keep being bullish and keep rising. All right, I am going to wrap this up, and I hope you have an awesome, awesome week, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care.